Okay. So since I'm not there, I can't chair the meeting, I understand. Is that right?
You can chair the meeting if you wish from where you are, or you can seek it to nominate someone else to take over the meeting.
It'd be easier for Sally to chair it, I think, if she's happy to do that, and everyone else is happy with that to happen.
Yeah, we just had that conversation.
Yeah. We'll leave it up to you then, Sal.
Okay. So we're ready to go. Okay, so we'll start with apologies, and we have one apology from Mark Jessup. I'll move that apology be received. Can I have a seconder? I'll second that. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Carried. Next item is our confirmation of minutes, and I take it that everyone has read the minutes from the previous meeting. I have someone move those minutes be true and accurate record. I'll move next. Okay, I'll second it. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Carried. Okay, our next item is declarations of interest, and I just want to remind everyone that if any declarations have changed, you need to make sure that you update those. Next, we will move on to item 24.3.2, which is submissions on the 24-25 annual plan consultation document, and starts here in Susan. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. I'll just say a few very quick things before we hand over to the questions and operations by yourself. So you'll note the paper there is one item for consideration today that is from this board. There have been a lot of submissions from this board, but they're from the council related matters, don't around the affordability of the rate. So I won't go through the paper around how we engage with how many submissions. The key thing for you today is to consider the attached submission and whether or not you want to make any recommendation to the council. You do not need to make a recommendation to the council. Everything is otherwise being dealt with. If one of you can come in with any questions on that particular submission, Susan just want to raise one of a couple of consideration today.
So the one big thing that I want to raise is the fact that we started to unveil with the review accounts, and when we look at the Teviot grant cost center, it already has a reserve account associated with it. It's got $20,000. So what I'm suggesting is that you reduce budget back to the level of the debt, and then if anybody on top of the $5,000 amount, you can dip into that specific budget because it's already been rated.
Did we know that when we made that decision last time? Because
no, you didn't, because the reserve was just rolled up and going into the general reserves, whereas what we've done to try and get a clearer picture of where everything's sitting in the financial strategy, we kind of read all those reserves. So those things that can be covered in a pot going forward, we're unreading the activity for us. So that probably wasn't as transparent as what it is now.
So Norman, have you got any comments on that?
No, not from me. No, sorry.
Yeah. So I'm more than happy if we decrease that extra rating on the grants budget. So we just keep it at the 5,000 and we use our reserves. Yeah.
if when we need that, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Russell?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to recommendation so that we pass it back up to council, pay the money out of the budget.
So it notes that the grants budget for the Teviot Valley will remain at 5,000 for the 2024-25 annual plan, and any extra requests will be allocated from reserves as required.
Just so for clarity, it's notching over 5,000. I thought the original grants budget 5,200. So maybe return it to the original.
Yeah.
They said we need to move it and second it. Okay, I'm happy to move that. Seconder,
I'll second it.
all those in favour?
I,
Aye. Against? Carried.
And for the board to, with the, submission that you have in front of you, probably, Mr. Richard, if there's anything further you want to be done on that, whether you want to make any recommendation to council. We do have staff, comment in there, and the agenda staff present today, if you guys, so 15 to 17.
I don't personally know that we've got gorse and broom on our town verges. I'm wondering if it's more our verges that are outside of our town, which is not council property. Corey, do you have a comment to make? on that?
No, I've got you something here, not sure, but we can contact the and find out exactly where that is.
is that,
No, I don't believe that we've got gorse and broom
Is it
on
Rex?
in town.
is it Braxhome Street, that's blocks in, how the hell do you say that?
Branksome?
Braxhome
It
Street.
doesn't mention any street names, so
Right, because
yeah.
that one side that is actually quite wild and quite overgrown, it's that steep bank.
So there was, asked through to me from our documents, it should be a similar, and I don't know whether it came from board or because it wasn't read to me, but weeds overgrown down near the Reservoir Creek overflow, because there was no start to start, and there's some debate happening between us and ORC and other agencies as to whose area that is, so it might relate to that.
Right.
So that if it was that, then it has definitely been fed on, but there's some complexities as to the actual ownership and maintenance of that area, which may be why, if it is that area, why it's getting a bit over.
Right, okay.
So it was bit up through the documents.
And I can also note that the streets around town, yes, there were quite a lot of leaves recently, but the sweeper has been through town and trying to pull the gutters and stuff are looking
Wednesday morning was
good now, so.
awful though, because the leaves blocked in the, because I came up at 7:10 and then it's just flooding all over the place. It disappears quickly, it doesn't hang around.
Yeah, I think a lot of those leaves have been swept up now though, because especially down the main street, it's looking tidy, so. I don't think that there is a recommendation to take up to council around this, if anyone else has got a different
The
comment.
only thing that needs a little bit of attention is at Reservoir Creek, there is regional council land that is not being looked after. And that's something that needs to be seen to, because it affects people's boundaries too. That's a regional success,
Yeah.
And so the only other thing is, we need submission for the grant completes, to you originally. As I understand, and we might just want to review what's on the fix list for the next year. As I understand, it is, playground equipment. So, we should probably have a discussion about, like what was submitted to you was something that submission of $60,000 in action fundraising.
Is that $30,000 slide?
So it's replacing the junior swing set and it's 25,678 and I've had a look at this and my feeling is that we should push it out by at least a year so that we're not doing it next year and annual plan next year.
And do we need to spend $30,000 on the slide?
I don't think it's just a slide, but no, we could revisit it. Yeah. Norman, how do you feel about that?
I'm of the same sentiment, Sally. I was a little bit surprised when I heard that we were spending $30,000 on the slide, because that's and given the circumstances.
Sorry, Gordy?
So yeah, and that's not a slide, you're right,
It's just,
it just happened to be a slide on the line item.
Yeah.
It's complete playground, the junior play equipment used to be replaced.
yeah.
And we can push that through, we're continuing to play strategy, so maybe that might be better, coming towards the back, and we get that done and not prioritise programs and restrict that need.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting.
I mean, I'm the first one to be keen to upgrade that playground because it gets used all the time, but I think in the circumstances that we're in, I don't know that our community would appreciate us upgrading this this year.
It currently complies with playground standards.
This is not dangerous, so it's no problems with it here.
So is everyone happy with that recommendation?
So,
Maybe you would speak to the government to bring out the recommendation.
yeah, so we should, I've actually made B, I'll just put it up here. So I've made B, we didn't actually receive them for what an accept level significance with the first move, but we can do that now. Considered the submissions and decides that no further recommendations need to be taken to council. And do we need something to say that the playground, and so the grants was moved as A, and then do we need to recommend that the playground upgrade be reviewed as part of the 2025-34 long-term plan?
Removed it. Removed. Removed. And
Yeah.
reviewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And reviewed as part of the.
Okay, so you want me to read those out? So the recommendation is that A, we note that the grants budget for the Teviot Valley will remain at 5,200 for the 24-25 annual plan, and that any extra requests will be allocated from reserve funds as we've already moved it. B, receives the report and accepts the level of significance. C, considers the submissions and decides that no further recommendations need to be taken to council. And D, recommends that.
I
Sorry.
think what we need to see, because you are making recommendations to council, so I think C becomes that you've considered the submissions.
Yep.
And A and D are your recommendations to council.
Okay. And
Yep. So shall I make that?
Consider the submissions and agrees it.
yeah.
So shall we make A, which will now be the new D, and revise that? Or are we comfortable with that like that?
I'm people with that because the board's already moved A and it's been passed, so we just need B, C and D.
Okay, so now we're moving B, C and D. So I'll just read out D. I'll read out C because that's changed. Considers the submissions and agrees the action to be taken. And D recommends, you just take out 2.
Yeah.
No, to council.
Recommends to council that the playground upgrade be removed from the 2024-25 annual plan and reviewed as part of the 25-34 long-term plan. And I'm happy to move B, C and D, and if I could have a seconder. And Joe seconding that. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against? Carried. Date of the next meeting is Thursday, the 13th of June, 2024. And I would now like to close this meeting.
Holy hell, what happened? We didn't even finish my coffee.